is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Yesenia, aka YesiMaGri, and today I am doing this look right here. This look was inspired by an Instagram artist that I follow. Her name is Art by Maz, and it's pretty much like my own little twist that I put on it. It's like an exposed anatomy type of half-face looking thing. I thought it was really cool. Obviously, you guys can make it however you want. You can put like more glam at this side. I just wanted something a little more natural. Literally no makeup here. Because bam, this is like the statement. As you all know, for the whole month of October, I will be doing a Halloween look for every single day. If you want to see how to get this look in particular, keep watching. Okay guys, so to start out, we're going to go ahead and spray our face with the Max Fix Plus spray. I didn't want anything too heavy since we were going to put a lot of stuff. Then going in with the Spirit Gum by Mayron, I'm going to go ahead and block out one of my eyebrows. You know how this goes. Put the Spirit Gum, then you're going to put the washable glue stick on top. But make sure before you do that, you brush out the eyebrows so that it gets tacky and activates the Spirit Gum. Also remember, like always, do not forget that you need Spirit Gum remover afterwards in order to actually remove Spirit Gum. So don't do this without Spirit Gum remover. Now that the eyebrows are settled down, I'm just going in with translucent powder and just fortifying that by just patting it. Don't swipe, just pat. Now I'm just placing my fingers so I can figure out where I want the lifts to go, and using this Nyx Eyebrow Pencil, I'm just going to go ahead and start mapping out the shape of which I want the actual exposed part to be. Going in with this Sephora Nude eyeliner stick, I'm just mapping out where the bone actually goes. Bones being like your teeth, your eyebrow bone, cheekbone, jawbone, chin bone, stuff like that. Just bones that I felt like would give off good contrast to the rest of the actual muscular system. Going in with this Makeup Forever Skin Tone Flash Palette. I got this one off of eBay. It's an imitation product. It's not the exact thing, but it works just exactly the same way. Taking that pink shade, and I'm pretty much going to fill in the whole entire place except for the bone areas. This is just the first color we're going to set down. Now going in with that lighter cream shade, I am just filling in those bone areas pretty much like I've said already, where I laid down that Sephora Nude eyeliner. I'm just making sure it's actually filled in. Going in with the dark red cream shade, I'm just going in and filling in kind of the eye socket area, just because this would probably be the most deepest and the bloodiest, you know. So I was just honestly going by a reference picture, and this was like the deepest one. Now taking this palette by Violet Voss, I'm going to be mostly using those red and brown tone shades and start shading that all around and blending it into the cream. The reason I used cream paints this time instead of the normal water-based ones was because when it came to something like this where it has to look very blended out, creams just tend to work a lot better with the powders so that you can start getting that dimension you're looking for. So it is a little bit harder to take off, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, with a good makeup remover and melter and stuff like that, it'll come off perfectly fine. And this is where I start taking that brown shade, and I'm just honestly layering dimension on top of dimension. So, you know, I started out with a lighter red shade, then going with a darker red shade, and now I'm going in with a brown shade, and this is what really helped give like that dimension. And then that's when I start going in with the brown shade and start kind of doing these back and forth tendons and lines. It just made it look more muscular, and it wasn't so flat anymore, and I thought it added a really cool effect. So it's just really random lines that you just kind of curve around and kind of go back and forth around until you think like it's enough. And then going in with the NYX eyeshadow liner, I'm just deepening some areas of those muscle tendons, you know, just the areas that I thought would have the most shadow in it, would be the deepest, so that it looks the most realistic. Going in with the MAC red acrylic paint, I felt like it was a little too on the purple and brown side, so I started going in with this acrylic paint and adding red tendons, and this made it look more like actual like veins, and blood was actually flowing through like the way the muscular system is supposed to be. I'm not saying I'm any like scientist or human anatomy major or anything like that, but I just tried to go as close as possible to what I believe the muscular system would possibly look. And then taking that paint, I also did go ahead and kind of put like these little cracks in the bones. And then with the white acrylic paint, this is where I started adding the highlight. You'll see that at first it kind of goes on a little bit harsh, but if you just keep going with the dry brush, like after you apply it and you just keep blending it in, then it starts adding those kind of highlight points so that it looks like more wet and kind of highlighted in those areas where tendons would be a little bit more lighter. And then I also use that paint to kind of whiten the teeth a little bit more. I didn't want this to really be gory. I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic. So I did make the teeth whiter so that, you know, it looked more like the human anatomy. And finally, with that blue acrylic paint by MAC, I thought it would be really cool to add some contrast and add like some vein work. It really tied in really well since there was so much red and white going on. The blue just really stands out nicely. To do the kind of folded skin effect, I went back to that eyebrow pencil by NYX and just started adding kind of like little ripples around the areas that I wanted the most lift in. Then taking those two brown shades from that palette again, I just started blending that kind of into those ripples so that it would add some added dimension and it looked more like sunken into the skin. And then going in with that lighter cream shade that I used to draw my muscles, I mean my bones, sorry. The white cream shade I used to draw my bones, I went in and added highlights into the ripples to add dimension. And this is the completed look. I thought it was really cool, added a contact. That was pretty much it.
Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see some more, go ahead and subscribe down below. Also leave a like and a comment. Maybe there's something you want to see me recreate just for you guys. I can do that. It's possible. Definitely possible. You could also follow me on these social media platforms.
And if you want to share this video with anyone else, I would greatly appreciate that. You can do that also. Please do that also. Bye.